Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Grant Horvath in the Good Championships. We have a lot to talk about and we're just going to dive right into it. There's a couple things that we need to cover today around this. There's a few reasons I'm making this video. Number one, you guys love the one I made about Micah. There was so much good feedback in the comments, so much good conversation to be had, so jump into that. Number two, this is something we want to see happen. We want Grant Horvath playing in the Good Championships. This is going to be a tournament that's going to bring together hopefully so many top golfers. We already have Fat Perez and George Bryan who have applied. We've talked about Micah, but now I want to talk about Grant. And there's also one other reason why I think this is going to be a very good move, and we're going to get into that. Super quick, if you missed it, I announced the winner of my polo in the recent video, so go check that out. The last video I posted on the channel to hear if you won. Goat Lane, the purveyor of these amazing golf shoes, speaking of Grant, they just sent me this brand new pair of black leather golf shoes. These things are absolutely sexy. We're giving away a pair. They can't give me anything without giving something to you guys, the Mafia. So we are giving away a pair to a random subscriber. So if you want to win a pair of these amazing genuine leather golf shoes, just hit that subscribe button and I'm going to pick a random subscriber next week and give a pair away. So similar to what we talked about with Micah, obviously having these two guys who have left the group come back in some sort of collaborative fashion would be incredible. We've heard rumors about maybe a Garrett and Grant collab because those guys still keep in touch. That's something Garrett has commented before. And also we had such great chemistry from them in a lot of their series they produced both on GM Golf's channel and on Grant's channel. So hopeful for that. But as far as the actual golf tournament, the Good Championships, bringing in these guys, it does numbies. Same reason we talked about with Micah. It would do absolute numbers if Grant could come and participate in this tournament. And it obviously is something they are interested in. Matt Kendrick commented on the last video I did about Micah, expressing that, you know, Micah hadn't applied yet. And that kind of insinuates, at least in my brain, that they would be open to having these guys compete. Probably because they know the numbies it would do. So having Grant in there, I think it's more probable, to be honest. I think it's more probable that Grant ends up participating in this. You know, maybe they're not making it as public because they know it's going to be a massive statement when it does get released, but I think it's more probable. I think it's more probable because the relationship seems to be a bit more intact. The communication with him and Garrett still seems to be there, like I mentioned. And honestly, I think it's just something that might flow a little bit easier. But Grant himself has talked about the fact that he's putting more into his golf game, and that's another reason why I wanted to make this video, because I'm sure a lot of you guys missed this, but Grant actually shot his lowest round ever in his entire life this past week. He carded a 65 on a 6,700 yard course, par 72, lowest round he's ever shot, made 4 birdies in a row, walked out there with his new TaylorMade TW iron, some of the most unforgiving blades on the planet, and shot his best score ever. He's got the new putter in the bag, he's got all the new clubs, hitting that stealth too. This guy's game is dialed. So the thought about seeing him come in and be able to compete in this tournament, not only seeing this lowest round ever is a good sign, but even you guys before this had commented on the Micah video saying that Grant probably has the best chance to win. He is a very smooth, a very consistent golfer. He consistently was battling for that top spot in all good majors he was a part of. So if we're talking about YouTube golfers that could come in and potentially win this tournament, like, I think Grant is up there. He is up there, if not a leading favorite for this. Like, obviously, unless we see like a Wesley Bryan or someone enter, Grant's chances of winning this thing is actually super high. So I think that's another huge reason that should hopefully push Grant to participate in this. So very much like Micah, he has a huge decision on his hands whether he's going to apply to be a part of this. Now, obviously, branding perspective, he did just leave the group. It might be a little too soon. Although we don't think there's too much animosity between him and the group, it still might be a bit too soon after coming back, but I personally think it would be amazing to see him in there. I think a lot of you guys would love to see that as well. So once again, if Good can somehow make this happen, it'll do numbies, it'll be huge for the community, and it'll put on a really exciting tournament. But I wanted to bring you that piece of content, guys. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. As always, I'll see you in the next one.